One less conflict. Thank you. Alright. I'm gonna change it up now. I'm gonna tell you guys a story. This is a 100% true story happening to me about 2 years ago. So I was backpacking around in India, and I just went to Agra and I saw the Taj Mahal. It was beautiful. Next step was to take a sleeper bus to Rishikesh. If you guys have ever been on a sleeper bus, it's kind of like a Greyhound, but it has an elevated top so that there's cots and you can sleep on there. They're pretty simple, no bathrooms or anything, but it's nice, you know? And it was great. I slept like a baby for the first hour. If you've never been to a drastically different country, it comes without saying you're gonna get sick. It happens to everybody. And it happened to me. But it was really bad timing. And so I wake up about an hour later, my intestines just felt like they'd been curb stomped. It was one of those things where I was freaked out, I was kind of in a panic, and I was hurting, and then the real terror took over. My eyes dilated, they opened wide, and I went into a cold flush, and I realized I had the diarrhea. And so at that moment, I get into this frenzied panic, because I'm like, oh my god, I'm stuck on this bus with no bathroom, rolling down a rural road in India, no stop for like 2 hours. So I weighed my options, and I was like, one, I can just sit there and wait it out and see what happens, or two, I can jump out of the bus. I was like, I'm gonna jump out of the bus. So I went up to the driver, and I'm a terrible traveler because I didn't speak a word of Hindi, shame on me. And so I just went up to him and I was just shrugged and I was like, I gotta go, man. And I tapped my hand a couple times, like, now. And he turned and he said something else to me in Hindi, which I didn't understand, but he wasn't slowing the bus down. So I started looking out the window and I'm like, looking at him, looking out the window, looking at him, looking out the window. And I'm starting planning, I'm like, okay, if I step out that door, I'm gonna put my left foot down, I'm gonna tuck my shoulder, I'm gonna roll like 6 times, and I'm gonna go from there. And like right then, right when I was about to make it, a miracle happened. The engine on the bus just tore open. Exploded, the whole thing lurched, came to a halt, and we just cruised over to the side of the road. And I remember, I actually thanked the bus driver. Why I was thinking, I don't know, like, thank you that your bus suicided. Whatever, I didn't care. So I immediately run out, and there's these waist-high weeds and grass off to the side in a field, so I just run over there. I squat down, I relieve myself. I didn't have any TP, so I just camping style, you know? I grabbed a bunch of grass, wiped my ass, and I come back up to the bus, and everybody's standing on the side of the bus, and they're just waiting it out while the bus driver is walking down the road collecting pieces of the engine. And this night became a really long night. For the next 4 hours, I probably ran back to that field about 10 times or so. Somewhere along the lines, I ran out of water, and I was just getting delirious at that point. None of the people on the bus even wanted to be near me, and I can't blame them. I mean, there's this crazy, freaked out foreigner who's sick out of his guts. Like, of course not. So, it gets bad though, it gets really bad. My head starts pounding. I felt like I was just like biting onto a paint shaker. I could feel like my vision was starting to blur. I couldn't hear anything, it was starting to go dull, and I started panicking. I started really panicking. I started, oh my god, what the fuck have I done? This is such a sad way to go. Is this gonna be the enemy? This is it? This is the dramatic conclusion of Christian J. Thompson? It might be. And in the middle of all these heavy, lofty thoughts, thinking about my friends and my parents and all my love, I had to take a shit again. So I run back to the same field, and it's almost dawn at this point. And I'm squatting there, and I can see the sun rising up over the mountains, and I'm about to pass out, and I think I might just die. I might just die, and like, at least this is beautiful. This is one last nice one. Thank you, universe. And then at that very moment, I grab a handful of grass to wipe my ass, and then I really see it all. I realize what just happened. With the dawn light across the field, I realized I'm sitting in a field of marijuana. All night long, I've been wiping my sweet white ass with pot leaves. I lost it. I started cracking up. I fell over. I laughed until I cried. And at that moment, I realized completely 100% that the universe has a sense of humor. So, all I really mean to say is, sometimes people suck. Sometimes the universe is good, and sometimes people are good. Sometimes the universe sucks. Sometimes the universe is just fucking with you. Thank you.